Welcome back, YouTube. We're back with our 2021 Player Outlook presented by RotoHeat.com. This time we're talking Trey Sermon, running back, San Francisco 49ers. And as always, don't forget to smash that like, the subscribe, the notification icon. Stay up to date with all of our live streams, Player Outlooks, and any other great content we drop here for you on YouTube. All right, so let's get to it. So of the 14 analysts that looked into Sermon, we think he's going to finish somewhere between running back 31 and 37. So that's firmly in the RB3 category. 3 are buying, 5 are holding, 6 are selling. We also think his ADP could wind up being higher this time next year as opposed to where it currently stands. And if you're looking redraft-wise for our friends at like Fantasy Pros, he's sitting at about running back 38 or 100 overall. If you're looking at RotoHeat Superflex rankings, he's sitting around RB24, kind of a back-end RB2 or 85 overall. And that's obviously in a dynasty perspective. We think he's probably going to be a spot starter in 2021. And you have to remember, this team has tons of running backs. They have another young rookie in Elijah Mitchell to go with Raheem Mostert and Jeffrey Wilson and Wayne Gallman. I mean, the list goes on and on. Now, we do know that this team likes to trot out multiple running backs, but there's just a lot going on here with this team. And to throw on top of that, it's not like Sermon's been healthy the entirety of his career. When you look at his time in college at Oklahoma, 14 games is the most he's ever played, and he's had 13 in a season, 10 in a season. Then obviously we know what happened with Ohio State last year. Although he had the best statistical yards per carry output last year, he only played in 8 games. So what you're getting is a running back that may not be able to stand up to a heavy workload, but a running back that, when given the opportunity, is very talented. When you look at his time in college, he had 164 attempts in one season, and that was when he played in 14 games, but that's the most ever had. He had 116 with Ohio State, and other than that, it was 54 in 2019 with Oklahoma, which obviously is why he transferred, because he was getting phased out of that offense. And then you look at what's going on now. I mean, the 49ers, I thought Adam put it perfectly in his comment. The 49ers are very much like the Patriots when it comes to what they do with the running back. You just can't count on any of them for consistency. While he could be sneaky, he is hard to be confident in with what they have there. I mean, obviously, we know the 49ers love Mostert. They trotted him out plenty of times over and over again. But when you look at what San Francisco does on the ground, they throw the ball just as much. I mean, obviously we know the issues with the quarterbacks last year with injuries, but when you look at this team, I mean, they had, still had well over 400 rushing attempts as a team last year. So that being said, Wilson's still there. He had over 100 rushing attempts. Mostert, over 100 rushing attempts. McKinnon, gone. That's 81 rushing attempts. And Tevin Coleman, gone. That's another, 20 to 30 rushing attempts. So there's still potentially a bevy of attempts that could go around, but let me know in the comments below. Is this guy a flex starter for you this year? What are you doing with him if you're drafting him? Is he a guy that you're drafting to be a spot starter like we envision that he probably is this year? We want to keep this conversation going below. Don't forget, check out the other 2021 player outlooks below, and we'll talk to you again next time.